As reported on the night of July the 22nd, one of the largest petrochemical enterprises of the Russian Federation, the Novokuybishevsk Petrochemical Company, located in the Samara region, was attacked using unmanned aerial vehicles. This plant, part of the Rosneft Corporation, occupies a key place in the production chain of the Russian military-industrial complex, providing raw materials for the manufacture of various types of explosives needed for military equipment. According to Andrei Kovalenko, head of the Center for Countering Disinformation, the enterprise specializes in the production of such chemical components as benzene, phenol, acetone, alpha-methylstyrene, synthetic ethyl alcohol, and paratert butylphenol. These substances serve as the basis for the production of TNT, hexogen, tetryl, and other powerful explosives that are used to equip artillery shells, aerial bombs, cluster munitions, and missile weapons. The Samara region authorities confirmed the fact of a night attack with drones, noting that air defense systems successfully intercepted several devices. To strengthen protection, temporary restrictions on the use of mobile internet were introduced in the region. A local official called on residents to remain calm and rely only on official sources of information. The Russian Defense Ministry said 3 enemy drones were destroyed during the night's operation, and 35 UAVs were intercepted across the country. Novokuybishevsk Petrochemical Company is considered one of the largest enterprises in the Russian petrochemical industry and gas processing. The plant has the capacity to process about 1 million tons of raw materials annually and produces over 50 different types of products. This incident was the latest stage in the strategy of influencing critical facilities of the Russian military industry, which plays a key role in ensuring the combat power of the country's army. Strikes at such production facilities are aimed at weakening the capabilities of the Russian Federation in the ongoing armed confrontation with Ukraine. Let us recall that recently, dozens of drones attacked various regions of Russia, including Moscow, where explosions and the operation of air defense systems were recorded. The 75-year-old head of the Russian Foreign Ministry, Sergei Lavrov, will apparently soon leave his post. He has already been removed from many foreign policy processes. This was reported by the publication We Can Explain, citing Russian political scientist Alexander Morozov. Russia is in another diplomatic crisis, this time with Azerbaijan. And while tensions between the countries are rising, the Kremlin's top diplomat is not involved in the conflict at all. According to Morozov, Lavrov's diplomatic inactivity is no longer an exception, but a new norm. Lavrov is getting old. They are looking for a replacement for him. He has deflated, the expert stated bluntly. According to him, the concept of Russia as a fortress has finally taken hold in the Kremlin. The country perceives the rest of the world as a hostile territory, and foreign policy has turned into defensive rhetoric. Everything outside the Russian Federation is perceived as either hostile or treacherous. The political scientist explains, against the backdrop of such isolationism, the role of the foreign ministry has been greatly reduced. Lavrov has essentially ceased to be a negotiator and has become a relay of the Kremlin's ideological directives. His task now is to hold the line, maintaining the image of the Russian Federation as a state against which global conspiracy is being woven, says Morozov. Diplomatic missions in which Lavrov used to participate are now being carried out without him. Thus, Patriarch Kirill went to Baku instead of the head of the foreign ministry, further evidence that the real weight of the foreign ministry has disappeared. The foreign ministry has lost its former weight because Russia is no longer perceived as a major political player, the political scientist notes. In addition to political reasons, there are also personal ones. Lavrov has noticeably deteriorated physically, and rumors about his possible resignation have been circulating for a long time. The question of Lavrov's departure will be raised more and more actively, Morozov noted. Among Lavrov's possible successors are the Vice Speaker of the Federation Council, Konstantin Kosachev, as well as Russia's permanent representative to the UN, Vasily Nebenzia. The latter distinguished himself with a number of scandalous statements, in particular, spreading ridiculous fakes about combat mosquitoes. Ramzan Kadyrov posted a video of his walk on his social networks where he talks to passers-by, takes pictures with children, and even rides in a children's electric car decorated as a tank, the Novosti agency reports. Kadyrov noted that he was walking along the pedestrian boulevard named after Mahmoud Esambayev, which he called one of the most beautiful places in Grozny. According to him, during the walk, he met supposedly random tourists from different regions of Russia. The video shows the head of Chechnya riding in an electric tank with a child, taking pictures with other children, walking along the boulevard, and greeting people. At the same time, Kadyrov barely speaks, and his face looks detached and emotionless. Journalists found out the identities of some of the random people he met during his walk. Among them was Zelimkhan Musayev, who had previously worked in the police of the Shali district of Chechnya. In 2022, he participated in a rally against the family of Judge Saidi Yangulbayev, where activists burned and beat with sticks portraits of family members, including the judge's wife, Zarema Musayeva, and his children. The administrator of the opposition resource, Adat Ibragim Yangulbayev, and human rights activist Abubakar Yangulbayev. Zarema Musayeva was later kidnapped in Nizhny Novgorod and sentenced to 5 years in a penal colony in Chechnya. Also photographed with Kadyrov was Inal Kuchiev from Ingushetia, known as a singer of religious Islamic songs under the name Ibragim Kuchiev. He had previously met with activists of the Mentor Z project in Ingushetia, where he was introduced as a participant in the war in Ukraine from the first days of the full-scale invasion. Among other people in the video, one can see a doctor from Dagestan, Larissa Saidova, and a deputy from the city of Dagestanki Ogni, Feroza Magomedova, who also heads the local cultural department. It is worth noting that Kadyrov's activity has noticeably decreased in recent months. Since April the 8th, he has held only 2 meetings in person, on July the 4th and the 14th. At that time, he explained that with a well-established management system, there is no need to hold meetings every day. It is enough to give instructions over the phone. He also stressed that the decrease in activity is not related to his health. In their opinion, if a person doesn't go to a meeting, he is either dying or already dead. You won't get it, Kadyrov said. Meanwhile, Novaya Gazeta Evropa reported back in 2019 that the head of Chechnya was diagnosed with pancreatic necrosis. According to the publication, his condition stabilized by the end of 2023, but the Republic began preparing for a possible change of power. A week ago, the Grozny TV channel showed a 35-second video of Kadyrov's meeting with the head of the local traffic police, Idris Cherkigov, although the Chechen leader himself was shown in the video for only 2 seconds.